This video is sponsored by me. My official merch store is now online. This is a great way to support the channel and also get an awesome shirt, hoodie, mug, or a pair of socks. Link in the description. Okay, so I sat down to do this video and look who wanted to come on camera. Trump cat. Ooh, your wig is messed up, honey. This is supposed to be a cat Donald Trump costume. Here's his little tie and his little wig. Ooh, I don't know. Kind of looks like shit, Angelo. Sorry. Anyways, one of the most frequently asked questions on this channel are about me and my thoughts on Trump, my updated thoughts on Trump more precisely, because it's been exactly actually a year since his inauguration, and people want to know, do I regret supporting Trump? Do I still stand by my decision, to vote for him in the primaries? What are my updated thoughts on Trump? And one thing I've kind of noticed lately, especially content creators in my genre, the sort of center-right, anti-SJW genre, is that people don't really want to talk about this. I've talked to a lot of YouTubers about this, and one sentiment that seems to be very common, even among, right-wing YouTubers, is that they don't want to make a video specifically about Trump and their thoughts on Trump because doing so is an instant polarization of their fan base and their audience. They don't want to lose fans by criticizing the Trump administration where they see fit, and they don't want to lose fans by complimenting or supporting the Trump administration. You guys know I'm not here to alienate you, whether you love or hate Trump, or polarize my audience, and I'm also not here to say things just to gain an audience. I'm here to speak my truth and just say how I feel. I want to make one thing clear. I do not support people. I support ideas and policies. I want the policies that I see as beneficial to the American people put in place, and I want the ideas I believe in propelled into mainstream consciousness. I don't create messiahs over people that I support or vote for, and I also don't create Hitlers out of them. Because I think when you start worshiping the person rather than the ideas and the policies, you may start to ignore when they break promises or they go back on things that they purported to believe in when you decided to vote for them. And that's where cognitive dissonance comes to play. That's the thing I don't with. So I think the most productive way to go about this video is to just list back and forth the things that I both support and don't support or am iffy on when it comes to the Trump administration, because I'm much more focused on the impact of the administration rather than all the hoopla and all the talking points. So let's go through the line. Trump withdrew from the TPP. This was one of the early moves in his presidency and one of his shining accomplishments, in my opinion. Democrats and Republicans disliked being involved in the TPP, so it wasn't even a bipartisan issue. So this was a victory and something that I personally saw as a positive. Trump's missile strike on Syria. This was a bad one for me. No bueno, honey. One of the biggest reasons why I saw Trump as a better choice over Clinton was because I believe there needed to be some sort of a shift in American consciousness towards nationalism over globalism, and this move did not fit the bill at all. Was not a fan. The Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. This was a move I love. The bill featured the largest tax cuts since 1986. It reduced the corporate tax rate from 35% to 21% and doubled the child tax credit. It also cut individual rates for people of all tax income levels. Trump seeming to waver on DACA. Recently, Trump met at the White House with top Dems and Repubs and seemed very willing to make a deal to enable Dreamers to stay in the country. He called for a fix to the bill and said something of the sort of, it should be a bill of love, or something like that. Now, above anything else, what I think Trump won the election for was his hardline immigration stances, and this doesn't fall in line with that. I personally would have preferred a little more consistency with those principles. Deregulation. I'm a small government girl, and the rollbacks on regulations for small businesses under the Trump administration has been a huge plus for me. There's been several dozen deregulatory actions under the Trump administration, and I think it's something like a 22-to-1 ratio of deregulatory actions to every regulatory action, so I appreciate that. Living. Infrastructure. So Trump made a campaign promise to release a huge infrastructure package in the first 100 days of his presidency, and I think we're now at exactly 365 days. He also included a $1 trillion spending increase in that infrastructure package so far, which has me skeptical. From what I've seen, the administration seems to continue kicking the ball down the road on this one. It was promised, I think, last May, and then it was promised in the fall, and now it's being promised in January, which it's now a little over halfway through January, so hopefully. Now, those are just the 6 or 7 things off the top of my head. I know that there are thousands of other things that both excite me or annoy me about the administration. Not even just Trump, but the administration in general. Because guess what? Anyone who pretends like every single thing Donald Trump does is absolutely reprehensible, end of the world, is a partisan hack. And likewise, anyone who pretends like every single thing he does is the most amazing thing any president has ever done is also a partisan hack. And they're playing for a team. One of the things I do is make a real effort to ignore the politics of it all, which seems impossible, but it's really hard to get a focus on, like I said, the real world consequences and benefits and impact of the administration when all we're filled with so much in the media is just hyperbole and talking heads that don't have a real dog in the fight, and the constant focus on inconsequential things and ignoring consequential things. That's all I got for today, guys. If you like this video or if you merely tolerated it without projectile vomiting on whatever device it is you're watching it on, make sure you subscribe because I have some pretty insane things planned for 2018 and you're definitely going to want to be on deck for that. And let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Are things going well? Are things going badly? Are we prospering? Are we on the verge of an apocalypse? Just let me know and try not to drag each other too hard in the comments, okay? Love you. YouTube recently demonetized all of my videos. If you'd like to support this channel, fight YouTube censorship, and keep the videos coming, please consider pledging on patreon.com/BlaireWhite.